Hello and welcome to Hops and Brews.
And this week we're talking about your weekly renovations, how you can improve your house easily with just a hammer, tooth, and nails.
That was a bad pun.
I know. Is it good?
Terrible.
Yeah? Should we do it over or?
No, we're good.
No, we're good?
It's still pretty bad.
Yeah, it's the 3 worst intro ever.
Yeah, definitely.
For an open window on the crowded world, Max and Chris from Ups and Brews. Welcome to Ups and Brews.
Yeah. Got blood on your face.
Big
Disgrace. I can't remember the lyrics. I really can't. Something about bicycle, I like to ride my bicycle. I like to ride my bike.
Is it I want to ride or I like to ride my bicycle?
No, I don't. I wasn't born in that era.
Yeah.
So this week, Tooth and Nail. See what I did is now I'm going to force you to actually use the part where we mock sang. We ramble.
Because if not, you guys will be like off. Like,
you'll be
won't
what's going on.
where
Exactly.
we're going on.
See, little tricks of the trade you get. Like Dimitri Martin, he did a special a couple of years back on Comedy Central, and he didn't want Comedy Central to cut his special in a different way than he wanted.
Okay.
So the way he did that was he did a lot of like musical numbers. So we would play music in the background while he was talking and all that. They had like a certain sequence that they had to do. Another thing, he would draw. Like he would have weird drawings and talk about the drawings, but then he would leave the drawings in the back.
Oh, damn.
So if you wanted to cut to something else, you couldn't because you had the drawing right there.
Oh, shit,
now, the one
smart.
thing he said a couple of years after is he kind of regretted it because he did another special where he edited and he realized, there were some like things he could have edited better in that special, which was pretty interesting. Anyways, we're talking about beer today. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. I won't be able, because of that, to make the video better because you put something in there that makes it different. Yes. This week we're drinking a special request from Noah at Beerism, which asked us, did you guys ever review the beer from Tooth and Nail Brewing out there in Ottawa?
Which right before doing this one, I vaguely remember us doing one in the past.
We have a can somewhere.
There was a can somewhere, and I believe we did do a review, but it was in one of the older versions of the show.
Yeah. Which I'm not sure, and we don't remember about it.
Exactly. I vaguely remember. I remember drinking the beer behind the bar, but not exactly when. Yeah. So Tooth and Nail, brewery from Ottawa. Great brewery from Ottawa. It's one of those spots that if you are visiting the city, if you're from outside, if you like craft beer, one of the first places people will tell you to go is Tooth and Nail.
Yeah, exactly.
In that list, you're going to have Beyond the Pale, you're going to have Dominion City, you're going to have Bose, but you're also going to have Tooth and Nail because they are one of the staple breweries in Ottawa. Now, this beer in particular is...
Cut my eyes because it's the... I have to read the name because it's a hard name to pronounce. I don't know why. It's Agraria?
Agraria. Yeah, Agraria.
I got it.
Agraria,
At the shop, when I asked the lady that this is the beer I want, I messed it up. And she laughed a little bit and she said, you nailed it, but I'm pretty sure I fucked it up.
Oh, she just wanted to make a sale, so
yeah, exactly.
she would have said anything,
so I can buy 2 bottles.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is fine. Thanks a lot. This beer, I'm really happy to find it. So it's a bottle condition hoppy saison, clocking at 7.2%. So Agraria, Tooth and Nail, also something I wanted to point out before getting into the beer, are quite well known for their lagers and pilsners.
Who?
Like
Tooth and Nail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they're legendary pilsners. Like a lot of breweries, brewers, we're not talking consumers, have higher regards to the pilsners and lagers brewed by Tooth and Nail.
Which a lot of breweries these days go towards only brewing hoppy stuff, and they go with the trends and all that stuff, which is all nice and good, and I'm a big fan of that concept. But from time to time, you just want something refreshing, something easy drinking. You don't necessarily want something like a hop bomb. You want a solid pilsner. And you will get that at Tooth and Nail.
Yeah, exactly.
But you will also get the funky IPA that you're looking for, or in this case, the hoppy saison, which saison is one of my favorite styles.
Me too.
I have rarely been disappointed. And it's one of those go-tos that if I see it, I'm like, oh, I'll try it out. I'll see what's going on.
Yeah.
And this guy, I'm not disappointed at all.
It's a yeast-driven beer, so you can see it on the nose. It's nice, it's floral. You get a little bit of fruitiness out of it. Not too much because, of course, it's a hoppy saison, but it poured with a nice, fluffy head on top, and I like it. There's a good carbonation on this beer. You see that it's bottle conditioned, so it feels nice. The mouthfeel is good. It's full. It's kind of like, it feels like a velvet something. I don't know. I just have velvety in my word.
Which, speaking of bottle conditioned, a couple of weeks ago we did an episode on CO2 and how a lot of breweries, what they're doing right now is they're introducing CO2 in the bright tanks to be able to mimic, or not mimic, but to be able to carbonate the beer. It's not mimic, it is a way of carbonation.
Yeah, and
but nothing really beats bottle conditioning. If you can do it, if it's a style that is going to welcome bottle conditioning, and you have, I guess, the time to be able to wait for it to carbonate, it's a good way to do it because you don't get that carbonic bite, or at least it's different.
Exactly.
It kind of flows better with the general flavors of the beer.
Exactly. So that's why when you take your first sip, you get those nice round aromas to it. A little bit of sweetness, but it blends well with that nice hoppiness to it. So it's not pungent. It's nice. It's citrusy a little bit. Not too much.
Some citrusy.
Like a good, nice blend of like hops.
Again, some saisons are going to be a little more on the bubblegum. This guy, not so much. It's really it's the good saison, or the saison that I generally enjoy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Another thing is it's just dry enough that it pushes you to the next sip, which is dangerous because it does stand at 7.2%.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why it's also a really good way to introduce like a bottle conditioned saison. Having it at 7.2 because you do need to add some sugars to it before you're getting bottle conditioned. So of course there's a little bit more kind of like that was a good burp.
It's very well carbonated.
Should we say sorry dad for those now?
Honestly, I burped earlier and I did whisper sorry dad.
Okay.
And then I had the thought process of should I though? Like is it something that my father would be against? So, Dad, if you're listening, would you be against me burping on camera?
Yeah.
Is that the same as swearing? I don't know, and I'm curious.
Let us know in the comment below. So, overall, really nice saison. I love the hoppy take on a saison because, of course, it's a nice beer. Fits really well with spring at the same time. So, as you guys are seeing the video right now, I'm actually in San Francisco. I don't want to mess up too much with you guys about that.
So what's nice about him being in San Francisco is that every single picture he's going to take of himself, he's going to have flowers in his hair. Because when you're going to San Francisco, you better put some flowers in your hair.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I'll try to make it. I'll make it happen just for you.
I really hope you do, because it's one of those songs that marked me as I guess, teenager at that point in high school.
I love that song.
It's a great song.
I love that song.
And I was introduced by another artist who basically used it as a sample. I can't remember the artist, but I remember that sample in the song, and I was like, dude, that's awesome! And then I got a little more into... I forget his name now. Sorry, Dad. Anyways, the artist that sings
The only one I had is it's a DJ, but I forgot which DJ it was. Exactly. And he was working with Travis Barker, so that's like kind of like the blend I had with this song. But still... Really, there's going to be a good bunch of episodes coming out about beers in California. But to end it on a nice local note, I'm really happy to drink this. Yes.
That's fine, go ahead.
Carbonation is still really good.
Carbonation is still really good. I was going to interrupt you, then I'm like, no, you're on a good roll, so continue.
You're on a good roll, so drinking local, always fun for us at Ups and Bros. If you think we should drink more beers from Ottawa because you want to know a bit more about the breweries in Ottawa, yes, we can have access to all those beers. So let us know in the comment which Ottawa brewery you want us to see next on the show.
Because we've done a lot, and but there's some that we did miss. There's some that we missed. Most of them not on purpose. I'd say almost all of them not on purpose. It's just kind of a to getting there, or just to be able to go like, oh right, there's this brewery in Ottawa that we either completely forgot, or it's down the list somewhere, but it's down the list. It's far, and not on purpose. Always just it happens. But we are always happy to drink some local Ottawa stuff, considering that we are both from the Ottawa region, extended, but still.
Yeah,
extend, but both very extended, but still like
extended,
it's the I guess the biggest city around.
That's all right.
Now, if you like this video, let us know in the comments below. Leave a like.
Of course.
And if you want to buy some beer, but you are further and you can't necessarily ship it to us, you can always buy us a beer on Patreon. So basically, you give us $5, you go on our Discord channel, let us know which kind of beer you'd like for us to review next, and we will do our very best, damnedest best, to find that beer and to review it for you.
Yeah, and we can even have super fancy discussions about the different various beers you're drinking, and if you want advice or, I don't know, whatever you want.
You know what? If you want
us.
life advice on anything, we're here, man.
Yeah,
we're here. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know on Discord channel. I mean, we're here to talk.
Exactly. And
birds
just
and the bees.
One little thing.
The birds and the bees.
YouTube kind of messed up the algorithm again. If you want to be notified every time we release a new video, there's a bell right up there.
Isn't it down?
No, the bell is, I think,
I think it's right next to the subscribe button. You have a little bell icon.
Yeah.
And then you can click to get
subscribed. You can choose how often you want the notifications to be popped up on your screen.
And again,
sorry about that.
100% you. If you want it, if you don't, just, it's there.
It's there. So, cheers to you guys. Thanks a lot for all the support. And we see you in the next, probably, video, which is going to be probably next week.
Most likely. I mean, it happens every week, so chances are good.
Yeah.
Chances are very good. Cheers.
Yeah, that's a good carbonation. Sorry, Dad.
Great carbonation.